So you know what happened? Yes, I finally reached 100 wait, I should see what is my live subscriber count like. Ah, yes, it's 101. Well, we know that we are taking the 101 course right now. My exams are getting awfully close, and I got 100 subscribers. So I thought, you know what, one last video before, one last video before I pour my nose so deep into a book that you can't even find it. Anyways, so Sony Kraven first look trailer, R-rated footage, Cinemacon breakdown, bloody and violent. That does not sound advertiser friendly, but I love it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always.
Oh,
My
yes.
name's Michael
Who-
Brennan,
who remembers the
aka
rhino?
All Fires,
The-
and as promised,
the-
like we reported earlier, always.
I want to
my
see
name's
that
Michael.
goofy ass running animation once
What's
again.
going on, guys? Welcome to
Whatever the
Everything
fuck
Always.
this was.
My name's Michael Bremen, aka All Fires, and as promised, like we reported
Okay.
earlier at the
Well, I don't
channel,
know why.
the
Does
first
this-
teaser trailer for
Okay.
Kraven was shown tonight with exclusive.
Now that I'm seeing this in after so many times, I'm just realizing how goofy this footage looks. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm being sidetracked, but like, look at this, okay?
What's
So he
going
closes it,
on, guys?
and then this is clearly bad mocap for whatever reason. Why
Welcome
would you
to
why would you do this?
Everything.
What is this running animation? Also the people in the background, oh my god. I wonder if that's the YouTube's compression though. But they do not look great.
Always. My name's Michael
Yup, he is running.
Bremen, aka.
And then Spider-Man, I don't know what is this move he's doing. Why is he like posing like a, what was that, My Hero Academia, I think, where they pose like this to show power or something. I guess that's an anime pose in general. Anyways,
And as
missiles.
promised, like we reported earlier at the channel, the first teaser trailer for Kraven was shown tonight with exclusive footage at Cinemacon. Now, while people were
Alright.
not able to record it, they were live tweeting from the event, which is interesting because Sony told people to turn off their devices. Either way, we got some major updates, and I don't think anybody saw this coming.
We kind of did though. Like, so Sony. Well, actually, yeah, we didn't see this coming. We didn't see the R rating coming because we would all assume that Sony would want the movie to be PG. But I don't know. I feel like it's not that surprising. Let's continue.
It's rated R and apparently extremely bloody and gory. We're going to cover all the details that came out after CinemaCon.
Maybe not all the details, everything always, because some of the details are not advertising friendly. I'm making a pun, but nobody understood.
First look footage of Kraven the Hunter and the bombshell reveal that it's actually rated R, including one other Spider-Man villain that was shown during this first teaser. But quick reminder, we do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do.
Yeah.
Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That automatically enters you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is literally just over a week away to coincide with Guardians of the Galaxy release. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment on the video, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so first up, before they showed the teaser, Sony confirmed that this will be their very first rated R Marvel movie, and following in the footsteps of movies like Logan and Deadpool, the teaser trailer they showed was apparently extremely violent and bloody, and this according to multiple sources.
So is this what Aaron Taylor Johnson meant when he said, yeah, this is the Kraven we all want? Because we all assumed Spider-Man, but it seems like what he meant was the R rating. Also, I want to see, whenever Secret Wars happens, I want to see Aaron Taylor Johnson meet Aaron Taylor Johnson, the Quicksilver. I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven meet Aaron Taylor Johnson as Quicksilver. That would be something. Well, we are definitely getting the Chris Evans meetup, but anyways.
Sources, Brandon Davis over at comicbook.com, a buddy of mine, tweeted out that it was, quote, gritty and bloody with a few F-bombs. Aaron Taylor Johnson actually bites a dude's face off.
Wait, what? Okay. He bites a dude's face off. How do you... Wait, if you... Okay, I can see biting the nose off. I can see biting eyes out. If you have to bite a guy's face off, you have to start from here and then bite all the way around, and then um that is brutal. Then you have to pull the face. Okay, why am I describing this? What am
It
I
spits it
doing?
out towards the camera. According to The Hollywood
Okay,
Reporter, this is during a scene where 6 poachers
I
are approaching, and
okay.
Kraven is able to dispatch and kill them, again in a bloody mess, rather easily. Past that, Aaron Taylor Johnson was happy to exclaim,
How? Why would he kill poachers? Isn't he a poacher himself in a sense? And I know he does it for the game and all, but I mean, let's be clear, he is illegally hunting these things. So
on stage, that it definitely was rated effing R, and he holds up in the classic costume and even runs on all fours. He's out to be quote unquote nothing like his dad, and it looks vicious.
alright.
Other reports say that the Rhino showed up in the teaser trailer
Okay,
and
what?
appears to be the villain of the film. He injects himself with the
Okay.
serum. At the end of the trailer, you see him transform into the Rhino. And while immediately people pointed out that we haven't seen him live and on screen since Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man movies, I don't think this actually connects him to the Amazing Spider-Man films. Rather, this is a different version of what the Rhino could be in the multiverse. Several
We would like it to connect though, or would we? Because given Sony's track record, I really, really do not want them to squander the Amazing Spider-Man movies again. I would rather have them go over to someone like not Sony, who can actually do them justice. But anyways, if this movie turns out to be great, then you know what, do it with the Amazing Spider-Man as well. Bring Andrew Garfield back. Who the fuck cares?
sources tweeting out that it looks like he's the villain, and to be fair, if you don't have a Spider-Man in the movie for Kraven to fight, might as well fight a different villain of the Spider-Man's rogue gallery, and one that is, well, a rhinoceros. This also shouldn't come as quite a shocker, because this is the exact same playbook that they followed during the Venom film when they faced off Venom against Carnage. It's just a different Spider-Man villain. Ultimately, you're going to
Why wasn't Venom R-rated? Well, I guess they heard the complaints and made Kraven R-rated.
end
Let's
up
go
with a
ahead.
bunch of anti-heroes, but the fact that they're putting these villains together somewhat in proximity is obviously leading to something, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But first, we have to talk about this R rating, because it makes the proposition and the future of the Spider-adjacent Sonyverse extremely exciting now that they're willing to take this chance. There were several articles over the last 3 or 4 years.
Imagine this, okay? Andrew Garfield said that the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, when he came in No Way Home, he said that he became more violent, more um you know just in general he became more aggressive, stopped holding his punches. Imagine an R-rated film with Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. We know Marvel will never do it, but if Sony does it, I think they have my money. Anyways,
Quoting people like Kevin
hold on. I
take
just
this
noticed
chance.
something in the
There were
background.
several articles over the last 3 or 4 years
Oi. Just wait. Okay. Can I stop focusing on little details some days? I don't know, man.
years
Yeah. I'm not doing great, am I?
years
Yeah. This guy. Why does this guy look so weird? I know he literally appears from one fourth of a frame or something. But okay then. Yeah, that is all I wanted to say. Thank you. Thank you for watching me. I love you guys.
Quoting people like Kevin Feige, the top brass over at Sony, that it was extremely and explicitly important to keep movies like Venom 1 and 2 PG-13 for the ultimate plans of crossing him over with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. That's why
Wait, what?
for the ultimate plans, explicitly important Kevin Feige, the top brass over at Sony, that it was extremely and explicitly important to keep movies like Venom
it's a
1 and 2
crossover.
PG-13 for the ultimate plans of crossing him over with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. That's why I've always said Sony's ultimate plan, no matter how many live-action Peter Parkers we may see in the distant future at Sony,
Is to
is
bring
to get
Tom
Tom Hardy's
Holland,
billion-dollar Venom
Tom
franchise
Holland
crossed over with Tom
to,
Holland's billion-dollar Spider-Man franchise. However, that needs to happen. The fact now that
Tom
they're
meets
willing
Tom.
to make Kraven the Hunter rated R means at least there's an opportunity that Venom could be rated R, something it should have been from the beginning, and that
Exactly.
means maybe a departure from the course that while we need to keep them PG-13 in case they cross over with our highly lucrative Spider-Man, we want to keep them as friendly as possible. The majority of the demographic of people who still watch Marvel movies are well over the age to watch rated R movies, and while
Yeah, that's the thing, right? The audience has grown, and movies need to grow with the audience. If they don't, unfortunately, movies die out. Like, which is what is happening in Phase 4. Oh my god, I just realized that. Like, uh, a lot of the complaints, if you see, with the MCU Phase 4, at least a huge chunk of it is like, yeah, they didn't go far enough. God the God Butcher didn't do enough God butchering. Um, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, there wasn't even multiversal madness, and stuff like that. There wasn't enough horror or whatever. I mean, they showed a guy's head explode, but like, yeah, it's like Marvel. The complaints with Marvel these days that they are not going far enough. I mean, if R rating is what it takes. I mean, they got away with the TVMA rating in the Werewolf by Night, right? I think Marvel should learn soon that a lot of us are ready to watch some R-rated shit, and like even the ones who have kids, like yeah, they're fine sometimes not bringing their kids along. Anyways,
there are several projects that are specifically aimed at teens and younger for Marvel: Venom, Deadpool, Wolverine, Blade, and in this case now Kraven the Hunter just don't need to be. If Sony's going to make these movies at all, I'm glad that they recognize this, and it's kind of crazy to me that Sony, which has generally been in the past historically the house of leaks, was able to keep a wraps on this being rated R.
exactly.
Which was this ever mentioned at in any
Yeah.
of the industry insider reporting?
Leans more into the fact that all those leaks were like deliberate. I mean, they hyped up Spider-Man No Way Home like anything, so I'm not complaining. Wait, why did I switch on auto captions? No.
Maybe due to a lack of interest, and maybe that's fair, but in the shadow of what just happened with Morbius actually becoming a meme and nothing more in the zeitgeist, it looks as though Sony has pulled all stops and said, look, let's actually make this with some teeth, pun totally intended. Now we're getting a rated R version of the character. Now, the reason I said this is extremely exciting and seems to make a departure of the course from them wanting to keep anything that crosses over with Spider-Man PG-13 is because that is the ultimate plan. Now you have the Vulture teamed up with Morbius. You'll have Kraven fighting the Rhino. If you add in Venom and then even one other villain, you'd actually have a Sinister Six. How they cross back over to the 616 while we're in the middle of a multiverse saga where there are incursions happening more and more often in the MCU. We're about to see one in the upcoming Marvel. So there surely is going to be a multiversal on-ramp for those characters.
About the Marvels, right? In the beginning, everyone like I reacted to the Marvels as soon as the trailer came out. Like at least for a day or so, all the reactions to the Marvels were amazing. And as soon as like that day crossed by, suddenly there was like this barrage of comments which were like, ah, this is so negative, so bad, so blah 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 blah. I'm like, why? It really do seem um like up until people's opinions were untainted by certain people or certain channels that release a certain type of content around Marvel. Everyone seemed to be liking it, but the moment these guys release their videos, they're like, nah, we need to hate this though. Like it is, and it is also like highly possible that a lot of these guys who like later came on to hate post, uh, they just don't follow Marvel at all. They just follow these Marvel hate channels, and so they find out anything new about Marvel from these channels. So the moment they see something, they're like, ah, yes, we need to go hate on this or something. Man, I really hope the Marvels does well. I loved that trailer. Like, what's wrong with people sometimes? Like, yeah, it's funny, but like it it seems to know what it's doing. It doesn't seem to stumble over itself. Anyways, we shall see. I guess we shall see.
characters to cross back over. And look, the last time we did one of these videos, you guys
It's like it's like at this point, people are just like anything that is funny is bad. I mean, I don't blame them considering Thor: Love and Thunder, but yeah, let's continue.
mentioned that you'd love to see Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man continue and perhaps the continuation of his trilogy, The Amazing Spider-Man, and maybe use that Peter Parker as the one that would cross over with the Sinister Six, but literally just rewind the video for 2 minutes. It's Tom Holland's Peter Parker that's the anchor of the billion-dollar MCU franchise. It's Tom Holland's Peter Parker that they ultimately want. I am all for Andrew Garfield returning. I want to see him and Tobey back in Secret Wars. I hope Marvel Studios and Sony continue to choose to do these sort of things for the rest of the multiverse saga. Tobey Maguire's already on record as saying, of course, he'd come back. It would be fun. I'm sure Andrew would as well. But just the guys who are worried about the bottom lines, the suits, the lawyers, the executive producers cutting the checks, they see Tom Holland's Peter Parker as the most recent and most lucrative. That's why at least the initial plans were for that Peter.
Also, that's why business, like people who don't understand creativity, just shouldn't run creative media. Like, I don't know, like whenever people say, ah, yes, because this worked earlier, this is the most lucrative, I think you misunderstand creativity and entertainment. Like, you have to have at least somewhat of a creative mind to understand what works and what doesn't work when it comes to creativity, and a touch with the general audience. But we all know Sony doesn't have that. It's mobbing time.
Peter Parker to cash in on all of these Rogue Gallery films. And I would be shocked if Sony's still making these solo Rogue Gallery villain movies with no real ambition of crossing them over. I know there's going to be at least some people who point to the rated R rating on Kraven, perhaps being that, them just throwing it out and saying, hey, we don't really know what the future of this is, but it's sort of the opposite. With their expanded universe now headed towards Amazon, they have live action for both Silk and Spider-Man Noir, with Madam Web establishing a more extended universe, and now with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, their animated film referencing the events of what happened in the MCU. It's more clear now than ever that they actually have a plan somewhere that they want to go with this, and following with that same logic, there's just too many Spider-Man villains all in one place to not eventually see a Peter Parker. Fingers crossed they sort of saw what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home and they go with Andrew Garfield, but it's hard for me to believe that that's what's going to happen. It's also hard for me to believe that Andrew Garfield would be anywhere near under some sort of contract to do this, and it wouldn't have been all over industry insiders' radar because, well, again, Sony, historically the House of Leaks. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. How do you feel about a rated R Kraven the Hunter? I know in the announcement video from earlier today, I asked if you guys were hype. A lot of you said no. Does it change anything now that we know it's rated R? I am all ears. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff.
Like, just going into the R-rated thing, that's the amazing thing. Like, okay, I'm just gonna skip the.
Before I let you go, all right, we are still giving away.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip the giveaway thing.
We're doing. Hit the. You can also find. I actually put out of records in the.
Okay, wait. I'm just gonna
Apple,
show
iTunes, Instagram, and Twitter. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places: Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, with original music under the name All Fires. Guys, I actually put out an album last week, and it debuted peaking at number 23 in the top 40 alternative records in the country, mostly due to y'all's support. If you haven't streamed it already, it's on all platforms. You can find it everywhere. Make an Entrance EP by All Fires. Thank you guys so much for the support. It has meant the world to me over the last week or so. And again, if you haven't heard my music yet and you're just morbidly curious, even if it's not for you, just clicking on it sends it out into the algorithm to find people who do want to hear it. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
All right. Cool. I love his outro, man. I wish I could make something like that. But you know, I've said what I wanted to say. Is amazing and it's gonna be awesome. I'm not gonna say anything more because I need to like peace out right now. But yeah, thank you for 100 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. Uh, Also, I'm working on something special. Like, okay, so right now I have my exams. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna work on something special as a gift to you guys because gave me 100 subscribers. So look out for that. If now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off. So if you like this video, please give it a like, share this video with your friends, leave your comment down below with your thoughts and all that wonderful stuff. If you want to know more about me, links to my socials will be down in the description. I'm currently on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Uh, I'm currently on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as at G.C.Nightwalker. And I also have my website www.nightwalkergc.com, uh, where I post opinion pieces and other shit. It's been a little inactively since the Into the Spider Verse trailer came out. I'll write on it again as soon as like I get the time. Right now, I need to focus on my studies. But if all of this is your thing, if this kind of reactions, gaming videos, all of these are things, uh, please hit the subscribe button with the bell icon. It really helped me out. All notifications turned on, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.